Hey everybody, welcome back. So it is about almost 10 o'clock at night. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. I just finished working and I'm a little bit tired, but I got enough gas in my gas tank to react to Chantal. So she did a live called Fettuccine Alfredo Bees, and she went over different things, and I wanted to go ahead and react to it. I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get done today. I got maybe half of it done. So there's another half to get done tomorrow, but I was busy all day. That's why it's taken this long to get to her react. But let's just sit in and see what she has to tell us, okay? You never know. Look, I sometimes when I get tired, funny just stuff just funds out of funds. See, I told you I was tired. My tongue don't want to work. What I was gonna say before my tongue messed me up is sometimes when I'm tired, funny stuff just falls out of my mouth. See, there, I said it right. All right, good. So yeah, let's sit in and see what Chantal wants to tell us. And if she starts to get too boring, we'll just skip ahead and look. There's Booger back there doing her zoomies. Unintentional, unplanned cat ASMR. There you go. Booger being Booger. This is what she does late at night. So, see, that's another reason why it's a good idea to do the react late at night, because that's when she wakes up from her nap and she. She likes my hair ties. Those are her play toys. She's got a special love for hair ties and little bits of like the plastic wrapper things. I mean, she loves those. I can give her a regular cat toy, she don't care, but a hair tie and a bottle cap, she'll play with those all day long. So that's my girl. Get a Booger. What? Look at me that look. I know you guys love Booger as much as I do. Look at her. Look. Look. The Booger? What? Hey, baby. I was about to start my react, but did you want to say hi? Okay. Hi, baby. You playing with the hair tie? Want to play the Come here. Sorry, guys. Just my cat's in a playful mood, and I'm going to indulge her. Come here. Go get it. And what? You didn't bring it back, you silly thing. You didn't bring back the hair tie, so I can play fetch with you. Yeah. All right. Let me get this react started, kiddo. Okay, so Booger is much more entertaining than Chantal, but still, you guys are here for the Chantal react, and you might get the bonus of Booger giving us her little playtime zoomies. So how about we just put the two together? You know, one thing could be entertaining while the other thing is definitely not. So let me just go ahead. There she goes again. Let me just go ahead and pull up the unentertaining one. The one of the hour. There she goes. Oh. You can tear up my bed, kid. Booger, what are you doing? All right. So again, she's okay. So before we get into this, right off the bat, you guys can tell she's thumbing her nose at YouTube. She's thumbing her nose at the new policies. She doesn't care if she's got an issue with food, and really she shouldn't be eating on camera, period, because it's bad for her. And it's bad for anybody who watches her, because watching her might trigger somebody. Watching her might affect somebody else in that way. No, she knows what's coming. She knows the new policies are going into effect. She knows what's coming down the pike, and she doesn't care. She's going for the kill switch on her channel, and that's entirely her choice. She can always change her content and her channel would be safe, but she is just saying, I don't care what YouTube does. I don't care if Daddy YouTube tells me that I can't do something. I'm going to do it. excuse me, so sorry. I'm going to do it. So she's getting on her live. She's eating. So if you guys don't like the eating, so sorry. I don't like it either. We have to suffer with it together. So let's just put her on and see what she has to say.
Yeah. If I take a picture of the sky, I'm like in a plane, right? Hi, Shannon. I can't go to Kuwait. Why would I stay here then for so long? Like what?
So, like this person, Haunted Blue Pot says, I'm glad you're not reacting. Your best content has never been reacting. In other words, you suck at reacting, foodie. And you know you suck. That's why we were all looking forward to you reacting, because you suck just that bad. You're no good at it. Plus, let's just say you were halfway good at reacting, which you're not. You would still have to make your content transformative. You would still have to do editing and add stuff in, and that's just too much work. You're not going to go that far. You like to say that we reactors, we are content thieves and that we're lazy, although to react to you and stay within terms of service, we have to do more work with your content than you do with your content. So, knowing that, you're saying, no, I don't want to react. Too much work. But you made that community post saying, I'm not doing content anymore. I'm taking a break. You don't take breaks. What you do is that you disappear for a day or two because you're trying to generate interest. You want everybody to worry and to wonder, what's she up to? Is she going to be in Thailand? Is she going back to Kuwait? Is she on the plane right now? You want everyone to wonder. You want to gather up interest so that the next time you go live or do a video, you'll get more views. That's how pathetic you are. That instead of generating interest by good content, you like to keep everybody guessing. But that's just how you play the game.
What the heck? I would go somewhere else. We have a couple more things to do here. Haunted Blue Pot. Yeah. You know, I'm not a reactor. I'm the star of the show.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? She says, I'm not a reactor. But she's halfway lying. Because whenever we talk about her on our channels, when she gets on her lives or in her videos and she talks about it, she is, in essence, reacting to us, isn't she? She watches our content and then she goes back on her channel and she makes the reactors a topic of conversation, especially FFG. So, in her own way, she is reacting, isn't she? Just not very well.
I mean, anyone can hit pause and go, ew, look at her, she's fat. Over and over. Come on. Doesn't take talent.
Well, then why can't you do it? Come on, do it. You're saying it doesn't take much talent to be a reactor. Then why are you saying you're not going to do it, right? It doesn't take much talent to react to somebody and make it entertaining. Then why are you so scared of it? Why are you running away, foodie? You told everybody you were going to do a bunch of reactions. I've got a lot to say. And then when it came time to put up or shut up and say something, you ran the other way. You didn't want to go there. Scared much? Yeah, because you knew that any reactor reacting to you would wipe the floor with you.
This is really good and creamy. Hi, Sherry Angel.
You know, I'm just going to say this. It doesn't take any talent at all to stick a bunch of food in your mouth. It takes much more talent to have intelligent, witty humorous things come out of your mouth and entertain people. Maybe that's why people like FFG make more money than you, because of what comes out of her mouth versus what goes into your mouth. You think?
Thanks, Golden Girl. Yeah, happy Canadian Thanksgiving for those of you celebrating. She's smorgasbord. It wasn't good. Gemini Gem. Hey, Ribbon, I'm glad you made it. Hi, babe. Hi. Thank you. Ella Elbick. Gemini, 19 months loyalty Beezer. Thank you to my loyal Beezer, Gemini. Whoa. I have a bit of vertigo lately. Off and on meds. Just don't do that. Natalie, thank you.
Okay, I'm confused. Y'all help me. Didn't she say a while ago that she ran out of her medication? And she's running around without prescriptions because to get a prescription, you would have to go to a doctor. They would have to give you a prescription so then you could take it somewhere and fill it. So she was complaining about being out of her meds. So, how did she get new meds without prescriptions? And I don't think it's wise, Chantal, that if you are getting stuff like, say, off the street, just people giving you random stuff, how dangerous that is. There's a reason why you have to go to a doctor for a prescription. They have to go through your medical history, see all your conditions, and make sure that your medications aren't clashing with each other, that they're the right amounts, and they are not going to aggravate any ongoing medical issues. So if you don't have any current prescriptions, how are you getting medication in Thailand? I'm just wondering.
Cindy. Potatoes and gravy. My Sunday is okay, I guess. You know, I'm feeling a little ill lately. I haven't felt like going live really.
Okay, this is the part of Chantal I do not like. She has issues, she has problems. She doesn't feel well. The next step should be to go to a doctor and find out what's wrong and get proper treatment. But she only wants to take the step of getting in front of a camera and telling everybody what's wrong with her, although there's not a single person in her chat that could help her. Even if every VIB and every viewer or a doctor or a nurse or a pharmacist, not a single person could help her with anything that's wrong with her. So you want to get on camera and sit there and gripe and complain and bellyache about what's wrong with you, but you won't do what you need to do to fix it. So I guess what we can take away from this is whatever is wrong with you, it must be not be that bad because you haven't gone to the doctor yet to deal with it.
So, Bucky the Beaver, nice. Windsor for your anniversary, gambling and shopping. Have a fun time and happy anniversary, Golden Girl.
And you know what? I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud here. So she was saying that she's been having vertigo and dizziness. If that's true, how did you and Salah go to that mall? How did you walk around in that mall? I watched that vlog. It was boring. It was lame. But that mall, it was about 7 stories high. Lots of escalators. I didn't see any signs of dizziness there. I saw you were tired and holding onto your lower back, but I would think somebody who is experiencing vertigo couldn't do that. So when did this vertigo and dizziness show up?
Hi, Angels. Yeah, Canada has ours before. In my opinion, the Canadian Thanksgiving is at a better time because it's not as close to Christmas. You know what I mean? So you get a break in between the big celebrations. What do you guys think? But I am grateful, even though I'm not in Canada, for Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for my loving husband.
You know, I hate to be rude and crude, so apologies if it comes off this way. It's just blunt talk. It is what it is. But what she's saying is, I'm grateful for all my enablers. I know that sounds rude, but when you think about it, that's the dead honest truth. Because if you're somebody and you're watching Chantal, you're giving her the view, right? And if you're somebody, you are VIB and you're paying your memberships, you are helping to enable her. So she's thanking all the people that are making her channel possible and keeping it going. Because honestly, if she weren't on YouTube, what would she do? Is she employable? No, nobody would hire Chantal. She doesn't have the stamina for a regular job, even a desk job. Nobody would hire her. She doesn't even have the temperament to talk to people or deal with people in any kind of customer service job. If YouTube fails her, what is she going to do? Now, she's been talking about going to different platforms and starting up things. But as I mentioned in my previous React, whatever channel you decide to make on whatever platform, it takes time to get it going. It takes time to get people who are subscribed and watch you and keep watching you and get it monetized. It takes a long time sometimes. Even if you're someone and you're on one platform and you try to attract people to another platform, kind of carry the audience over, it still takes time. So with YouTube changing its policies and her content being reported and looked at, does she have the time to do that? Does she have the energy? Does she have the space? I don't think so. I think she knows that her days of getting on camera and eating food and getting paid for it are pretty much at an end. And she's worried. She's very worried to the point where she's making backup channels and telling people she's going to make content. But she really doesn't have a good track record with keeping up with her promises and pumping out consistent content for all the many platforms and channels that she established.
My husband first, then you guys. My pets. This Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo. My Arabic is not going too well.
Okay, Gracie says, is that all you're eating? Well, how much should she be eating? That's looks like plenty to me. Or maybe you're asking that question because you're used to seeing her eat more. Well, even if she's only eating a small amount by your standards, you best believe there's a backup meal. There's always a backup meal. She's trying to be sneaky. She's trying to get around the TOS by eating smaller amounts on camera and eating the rest off camera. So if you're asking, is that all you're eating? Well, maybe that's all she's eating in front of the camera, but there's more when the camera's turned off.
Breathe it, breathe it. Thanks, babe. It's almost the same. Hi, Meep. It's almost the same. The Thanksgiving, pretty much. We have a big. Do you guys eat like turkey? Right, a lot. Halloween, yeah.
Can I ask a question, Chantal? Let me just blow up the screen for a minute. Ma'am, what's going on with your eyes? Your pupils are blown out. So while you've been in Thailand, we've seen you with the hamburger eyes. And we've seen different vlogs where you show yourself going near the green shops, and we know what that means. So along with the hamburger eyes, we've got the blown out pupil eyes. What else you doing in Thailand, huh? Salah going to get you some special stuff? Kind of looks like it.
Well, I love scary movies. I love fall. Tiny little piece of garlic bread. I love fall vibes, basically.
Can I ask a dumb question? Why does she love any season? How can you say that you love fall or winter or summer or spring when you don't even go outside? You don't go outside and you notice the change of season. You don't notice the colors changing on the leaves, the wind blowing. You don't notice how the earth is changing. You just sit in a room all day eating in front of a camera, talking to a camera and people in a chat room. How can you fully appreciate the world and the seasons changing when you always make a point to stay in a room, the same environment all the time? It is just nostalgia. It's like, I love fall. Well, what exactly do you do in fall? It's the same thing you do in spring, summer, winter. It's the same all year round.
You always ask me to address the samosa video. It's like a chutney. Hi, Masoska. I'm okay. How are you? So yeah, I'm I'm alive, barely, but no, I'm kidding. No, I haven't been feeling great. I've been having really bad vertigo, and that happens usually when I'm not responsible and like don't miss a lot of my medication.
Yeah, about that. So you're supposed to be on depression medication of that sort. It is dangerous, so I've heard, to stop that kind of medication, Chantal. So if you're not taking it as you should, that can be very bad for you. But your health is your business, ma'am. You got to care for it before anybody else does. If you don't care enough to take care of it, how can we care more than you do?
Doesn't even have to be a lot either. A couple days, a few days maybe. A little, yeah, about a few days. Longer than a couple days. And
And I will ask again, how are you getting your medication without a script, without a prescription, without seeing a doctor? You've done many vlogs showing us malls and all these different things, but not one single mention of going to a doctor in Thailand and getting a prescription. Although I'm sure there are doctors in Thailand, there's hospitals, there's all kinds of places to go and get yourself checked out and get a proper prescription. No mention of any of that. Lots of mention about how things are expensive in Thailand, although I have seen vlogs from other people talking about how the cost of healthcare is cheap compared to other places. No mention of any kind of medical care going on. No doctor visit.
so we ended up finding some. And here too, you don't need a doctor prescription.
Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is, y'all. So looking around for medication that doesn't require a prescription. How dangerous and stupid is that? Getting random medication, random pills or whatever from whatever people, and you don't know what you need. You don't know what dosage you need. You don't know what's safe. You don't know what your health conditions are currently. Dangerous and stupid.
Hi, Tangerine. The pink bun. Oh, really, S? No, no. Oh, wow. That's interesting. No Thanksgiving. Well, we don't have that. I mean, they don't have it in Kuwait. I don't even know about here, but apparently I checked. Kuwait does have fall drinks. Hi, Andre Marie. Kuwait does have fall drinks. The Starbucks ones.
So is that the attraction for fall? Is that why you love fall? The fall drinks at Starbucks? That's it? Nothing about fall really interests you beyond that? Sad. By the way, Chantal, if all you're looking to is fall drinks from Starbucks, you do realize that there are recipes for all the Starbucks drinks on YouTube. You don't have to wait for fall to drink them. Just make them at home.
Pumpkin spice. Um, I'm just eating. The olives are weird in Alfredo. I'm not gonna lie, but they taste good on their own. Yeah, Thanksgiving is like, yeah, I know what you mean. It's not really like I don't really care about the backstory of it. I think it's like not that good. Wait, yeah. What did you say about it? No, there was like something about it like controversial. Um, pumpkin caramel spice, but I just like the meal and the family gathering. You don't like pumpkin? A lot of people don't.
I don't. Not a fan of pumpkins.
Me. I haven't done like a. Remember the horror movies I used to make? The little short films? Oh my gosh. Assalamualaikum. Welcome, salam, little sister. How are you? Acting. Hi, Robert. That's what most people like about the holidays anymore. That's true. Because through time, the meaning just gets warped, anyways. Kind of like nobody even knows what they're doing anymore or believing in. Rocky Horror Picture Show Thailand. Really? Most people don't acknowledge the original meaning of Thanksgiving. It's more about spending time with family and practicing gratitude. Yeah, exactly. That's the basic same thing with Christmas. Babe, get ready to make horror comedy short movie. You want to, babe?
God, look at her. Look. This is my channel and I can do what I want to a certain extent. I got to follow the TOS like everybody else, but I just going to give my thoughts here. Just Chantal, you look unwell. You look sick. Your face looks swollen. Your eyes are blown out. You're sitting there talking about Thanksgiving and family and the family gatherings, and you're doing it in kind of a nostalgic way. How can you sit there and talk about Canada and the things you used to do in Canada and not feel a sense of sadness and regret and think to yourself, I'm an idiot? Just thinking about all the times you had in Canada and how much more fun you were having. And you traded all that for this, for Salah, sitting in a room looking completely unwell and sick. How can you sit there and just think about Thanksgiving and fall and being in Canada and just how can you not just have that thought of I gave all of that up for this? How stupid am I?
Excuse me, sorry. That's good, little sister. You're not little pumpkin anymore. Remember, where you used to be adorable rice, remember? It's really creamy. Like the noodles just stick. It's pretty good. I'm gonna make this so hard when I get back.
No, she won't.
I need a full functional kitchen for this. It would be so cringe. Cringe is my middle name. Love to do creative stuff. Yeah, it's fun, you know?
Yeah, speaking of creative stuff, maybe this is something everybody forgot about, but I'm going to bring it back up. Wasn't there talk long ago about how Salah was into making music? There was talk about how he was making his own music. And then that sort of got pushed to the side, didn't it? But he was making his own music. And Chantal talked him up about how he was so good about making music. And then when she put him on camera, all he could do was play Axel F. He played Happy Birthday and Axel F. And that was the extent of his creativity with music. What happened to your music career, Salah? Was it on the same plane as you being a professional guy having your act together. You know, you had your own business. Well, I guess we shouldn't be too surprised. The way that Chantal talked about Natter. And then we finally saw him and got exposed to him and we're like, what? She builds him up and then we find out he's not that much at all.
Well, Haunted Blue Pot, the most important thing is that if you guys find it entertaining, at least, I guess. I don't expect you guys to nominate me for an Academy Award. Moss Basement Spaghetti.
Because you'll never get one.
You're too picky to care about Thanksgiving. Making ham and scalloped potatoes, nice. I don't think so. I don't think I will celebrate this year, Laura. Maybe we'll see. Maybe after the fact. Norman Jean, loyalty beeZZZZZZZ. I hope you're doing good. Do you think living abroad is better than Canada, or do you miss home? Thank you, Norman Jean, for 10 months loyalty beeZZZZZZ. Yeah.
Look at Salah over there promoting Chantal's TikTok. And it's weird because she doesn't really do anything on TikTok. It's strange to me. She's always talking about TikTok. She's always talking about going on TikTok and watching TikTok videos from other people. And once upon a time, she wanted to do stuff on TikTok. And then she found out that there are lots of people who are on TikTok and they get millions of views and the payout from TikTok is virtually nothing. Once she found that part out, she kind of just said, nah, I don't care about TikTok. Different crowd over there. Plus, there's not much money. Sounds like something that I could put a lot of work into and I wouldn't get much reward. But still, here's Salah promoting her TikTok and I'm just asking why. Because again, let's count. Let's do the official count. She's got her YouTube channel, right? She's got the Chantal and Salah channel. That's 2. Got the couples channel. That's 3. Now we have the other channel she just created, the Everyday with Miriam channel. That's 4. Then you've got the Twitch channel. That's 5. And TikTok, that's going to be 6. So for somebody who's always tired and sick and very unwell, is she going to be able to produce content for 6 channels consistently? Yeah, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that's entirely too much. She barely makes content for her main channel and the couples channel. How's she going to keep up with the others? Not possible.
I feel like I'm living a completely different life, honestly. So thank you, babe, for the beauty TikTok. Yeah, I haven't even really, I don't post much now, but I plan on I got a new headset and everything, so I'm gonna be doing gaming on there. Just playing games I like mostly horror games. Rosemary's.
And one thing about any channel, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, it's about consistency. People who sub to your channel, they want to see consistent, regular content. And she can't do that for any of her channels, even her main channel.
Hello. How are you? What was I saying? Do I miss home? I miss some things, but not really. I'm not homesick for Canada, and I don't long for it because to me, home feels like with Salah, you know? So, and I feel like I'm fulfilling something I've dreamed of and I never could do it, traveling.
She's halfway lying here. She's halfway lying because when she said that part of, I'm fulfilling something I've always wanted to do, it wasn't the traveling she was talking about. I don't know what happened about 3 or 4 years ago, but something happened. I feel something happened. Some kind of switch just flipped inside of her. And she just got obsessed with the idea of being with a man. She got hyper fixated on the idea of she wanted to be in a relationship. She wanted to be claimed by a man. But she just completely took her hands off the steering wheel. And she decided she was going to abandon everything that was worth anything and go on this feverish quest to be with a man. So she found Natter. And she was determined to have Natter. And if you want my honest opinion, I think even to this day, she still wants Natter. And the only reason why she is with Salah is because she couldn't have Natter. If Dee Dee were out of the picture and if Natter made one phone call, she'd be back in Canada. Absolutely. Her being with Salah, I think she was infatuated with the idea of Salah. But she now knows he don't love her. He will never love her. But her pride, her narcissistic pride, won't let him go because he is now her possession. She's done far too much for him. She spent far too much time with him. She has given him too much money. Once she's gone that far, you are now a possession of Chantal's. You belong to her, and she's not going to let you go because you are part of her pride. And she's not going to let go of her pride, no matter how damaging or toxic it is. So she's hanging on to Salah. And she badly wanted to be married, badly wanted to know what it was like to be in a relationship and claim to be married. So she did everything she could do to be in a relationship, even a fake one on camera in front of all of us. She put on the ring. She said they had papers they were married. She's shown herself being with him, even though we can all see it's fake, it's phony, it's not real. She don't care. It's the closest that she'll ever get to a real relationship because she's not willing to work on herself and fix herself. She's toxic, she's gross, she's vulgar, she's feral. And if you're like that, quality men or women, they want nothing to do with you. And here's something interesting to think about, y'all. The last quality man that was in her life was BB. He was independent, he was strong, he was hardworking. And because he was independent, strong, and hardworking, he had the power and the choice to get rid of her. Every man after BB, she's always made sure to pick a man that she could make codependent on her because she didn't want the possibility of the man she was infatuated with to have the choice to get rid of her. So pick somebody who is financially weak, who is in need of something. She can provide that something, and by providing that something, she's in full control. And by being in full control, they will never leave her. That's why she likes that system of codependency. That's why she speaks out against that man who's with her. He won't allow them to have a real job or have real money or have the choice to leave. She wants to take that escape route away from them. So she picked Natter, and then after Natter, she picked Salah. It's not by chance, it's by choice.
Oh, Salah's birthday, yeah. Hi, Vanessa, old meat. No, what's it about? Isn't Kim Kardashian in it? Is it good? Hi, Mike. The food looks tasty. It's pretty good. It's not a huge portion. Rosemary's Baby. Oh. To me, my favorite season was season 3, the witches one. in the first. Um, After Freak Show or whatever it was called, Freak Show. How many times have we had puts in, babe? Oh my gosh, 4 or 5. Because no, Kuwait portions are so much better. Hi.
Oh, was that a little pearl of information? She just sat there and said she's eaten poutine in Thailand 4 or 5 times. So they've gone to that poutine place more than twice. They only did 2 vlogs, 2 times eating poutine, but there's been 3 more times. 3 more? But Salah said that was his first time eating it. Right, Chantal? That first time? Oh, I get to try poutine, but you guys have been there 5 times. So maybe him eating poutine wasn't his first time. Thanks for telling on yourself.
Kim Richards. No dessert, sadly. I could eat a dragon fruit. Hi, Bella. Billy. Hotel, yeah, I never watched it. 7 times, maybe, really that much. It's like cheese curd. Yeah, it tastes exactly like cheese curds, but it's not the same shape. So I don't know what kind of cheese they use, but Pete's told me to tell you. I said, we're Bangkoking it up. That's really clever for sure, Rosemary's. Hi, Jenna. Hi. How come I never button the shirt? Just pure laziness. Just pure laziness. It's so disturbing me, but it is. Hi, Mary Johnson. Yeah, it's cheese curds. It's really good. I don't know. And the gravy's good. And you'll never get into that series. You don't like scary stuff? It'll be a year in November that we're married. The mall video, Mike, is coming out a little later. I'm almost finished. I'm still learning like vlogs, like properly editing a vlog. I always like, let's say, I'm trying to think of like when I used to do vlogs. Like I would just like turn on the camera and not really care about anything. Pasta bees. I know when you take all the time to button, especially buttons that are hard to go into the button thing.
You know, Chantal, I'm not trying to be rude here, but that blue shirt you're wearing, when you first bought it, it was a lot more loose. And you could button all the buttons. And then other videos that you've done because of your weight gain, that shirt, it's getting tighter around the middle and it's looking shorter. Now you're over here saying that, oh, I'm just not buttoning my shirt out of laziness. Nah, you keep going, Mama. You're not going to be able to wear that shirt at all.
What, Born Villain? What did you? I missed that. Interesting. Hopefully, select and one day try all the best Canada puts in. I know he's like addicted to puts in now, aren't you, hon?
No, he isn't.
Can you go to the mall and see fancy stores that I can't afford? Hey, Bucky, we were there, and I'm like, let's just like we entered the Lux area of the mall. I'm like, let's just skip this whole floor. I don't care. I mean, I don't care about Dior and Louis Vuitton and all that crap.
Oh my God. Did she just really say that? I don't care about Dior and Louis Vuitton. So that's the narrative we're going with. Is that what we're doing tonight, Chantal? Because you can't afford it, you're going to put it down. I'm just not into that. You're not into it because you can't afford it. Look, there are some people in the world that don't like Dior or Louis Vuitton. But we're talking about Chantal right now. When she's got money, she'll throw money around. She won't even think twice about it. You remember how she was at the villa. Money wasn't nothing to her. She would go to the drive-throughs 3 or 4 times a day. She would go to the Starbucks 2 or 3 times a day and double fist those drinks. She would go down to the dispensary and drop easily a couple thousand a week, spend $4,000, $5,000 a month on food. Yeah, she was throwing that money around like it meant nothing. Now that the money's gone down on her YouTube channel, now she's like, I don't like it. You'd like it if you could afford it.
I don't know. Do you guys care about that? I mean, obviously, because we can't afford that, but still,
There we
even if I
go.
could, I would have a hard time. Like, think of all the freaking cheese and pickles you can buy instead of spending like 20K on a friggin' purse. I can't wrap my head.
You know, Chantal, here's a sobering thought, or maybe not for you because you don't care. Here's something to think about. Think about all the money you've spent on green products, on the party favors, on the fast food, on the Starbucks drinks, on all the useless garbage. The thousands of dollars you spend on torrid hauls and stuff from Amazon. If you put all the money you spent on Salah, keeping him happy, add all that stuff together, girlfriend, you could have had a house by now, easily. You could have had a nice car, had money in savings. All that money you flushed literally down the drain. You put it into food and it comes right back out. Like you flush that money, literally. All that money wasted. Could have had a whole closet full of Dior and Chanel. Could have had anything. But instead of spending the money on something that you can keep, you spent the money on things you did not need and were bad for you.
Head around that. I can't wrap my head around that's like thousands of dollars on a freaking bag that's not even that nice looking. You know, I found nicer ones at Winners or Aldo. Are you serious, Born Villain? No way. I didn't expect it to go that way. That's crazy. When it comes to Lush, yeah. I would think of all the Lush you could buy with $20,000. I could buy a new Kia.
You got to pay off the old Kia first. You still owe money on the Sangria Kia. And that's another bit of madness. All the money she's made on YouTube, she could have paid off that Kia, and she still owes money on the Kia. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No, Haunted Wupa. I don't follow like closely enough things. I just hear peripherally things that are going on, like I said, you know. So I don't know the deets. I would buy a boyfriend $20,000. No joke. People are so dumb saying you didn't know when you got married when you said I'm too quick because I got married. You did. Yeah, we know when we got married, obviously, but I don't think I want to say the exact day. I think we're just going to keep it for the month, and that's good enough. Hi, Helga. So, people can F off with their stupid rumors, totally. Just dropping in to say good morning, guys. Family time today. Well, have a great day, Mary, and thank you for coming in at least to say hi. That means a lot. I have a huge pimple here. It hurts. You can see it's white. How much do you want to bet people are going to say it's herpes? 100%. I already know. I already can predict. Are you in a trailer? No. No, I'm not in a trailer. Trailer park bees. Secondhand luxury bag. Rebe. Smart thinking. Yeah, that's why I don't want to pop it. It hurts so bad, Jenna. Like, I think, I don't know, like maybe my CPAP thing was rubbing on it. Hi, Bear Punk.
A pimple on your lip? That sounds unusual. I've never heard of a pimple being on your lip. Sounds like something else.
We went Halloween and had to get married right away. Yeah, exactly. Like, for sure. You know, obviously for legal reasons. Yeah, no, but we know the date. It's on the marriage papers. Would it be fun to do some Kuwait drive-through videos like the old days in the Kia? Yeah, I miss those for sure. I miss those. I miss Halloween. I'm not gonna lie. I already ate the Alfredo, Claire. You missed it. What Halloween costume would you and Sella do? That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. Any ideas? When I cut my lip shaving, yeah. No, it wasn't electric. It was just like a Bic razor or whatever those like crappy razors. That hurt so bad.
What are you doing shaving your lip?
It was like the lines from the blade. Like it was like I don't know. It was like two blades, I think, 2 or 3 blades. Penny, I don't know. I want to travel the world eventually. Like I want to. I wish I had that map. Remember the map on the back of my wall in the villa? I don't even remember what I did with that. But how long has my hair grown? It's like probably to here now.
No, it isn't.
Lip zits hurt. CPAP acne. Yes. Makes me dumber to hear such rumors. We're saying you have an apartment there now because y'all stranded. Whatever. Who cares? We just let people talk. It's just so stupid. Like, I really, I mean, I don't feel well, so I'm just like focusing on bare minimum, like getting some editing done, which I still haven't finished them all, so you can tell I'm not feeling that well. But I should be done soon. So, what else? Yeah, just like, getting through the day and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to readjust to medication. It's like a weird brand here. It's like this is like a generic one.
Okay, so what is that? I want to know what that is. I'm nosy. Y'all give me a second. What exactly is that? Is that something you can get over the counter? Let me look. I'm looking. Oh, crap. Stupid ads. Get out of here. Cut that out. God. It's an SSRI. It's for depression. How did she get that over the counter? Man, I'm pulling up a page and it keeps giving me this stupid thing on top of it, so I can't read it all. What is this? Holy crap. It's used to treat anxiety disorders. It's a combination of two medicines. The first works by decreasing abnormal electrical activity in the brain. Oh, so do you have brain zaps, Chantal? It also works by increasing the amount of serotonin, a natural substance in the brain that helps to improve the mood. Can it cause sleepiness and drowsiness? It may make you feel drowsy, or you may fall asleep suddenly during your routine activities like watching television. Let's see. Talking, eating, or riding in a car. You may not feel drowsy or have any other warning signs before you suddenly fall asleep. Wow. Avoid driving a car, operating machinery, working at heights, or participating in potentially dangerous activities at the beginning of your treatment until you know how the medication affects you. Is this something you have to get with a prescription? So this is something you get with a prescription. This is something that looks like you have to have a prescription to get. So how is she getting it without one? How are you getting this without a script, Chantal? It's for the treatment of anxiety disorder. Clonazepam and escitalopram. These are long words. But it's for anxiety disorder. How did she get this without a script? And are those samples? Is that an official dose or are those samples? I don't know. I can't really tell because of the box.
But I'm taking escitalopram and, I thought I had enough pills. And I have an extra pack at home that I didn't bring apparently.
Because you're an idiot.
I would say, Claire, really? Thanks. Not thick and luscious haunted blue pot, no, but definitely slightly better, I'd say. I don't know about like how that long that's going to last because I haven't been taking the collagen while I'm here, but collagen really helps. And rosemary oil. Should get a globe and put like pins on it. Like,
that medication might be the reason why her pupils are blown out.
Yeah. The kitchen chairs in the trash. You take that too, really? Collagen? I find it helps. You have to take it for a little while, but... Or do you mean rosemary oil? The widow's peak is still there. Yeah. Hi, Tanya. So yeah, I'm feeling really like weird. Like, I realize how important it is to never miss my medication. Like, I just have to realize I'm on it forever because it keeps me like sane. Like, literally, if I don't have it, I'm like on the verge of tears. I have extreme anger. I don't want, I'm afraid, like, literally, like, I have like panic attacks, like, hyperventilate. So I have to really, really be diligent with that for my mental health, Ugh. Yes. Everyone take your medication, Jenna. I want to emphasize this. And I keep saying it because that's really what's going on right now in this week of my life, I'm just trying to get healthy mentally again to a place where I can be myself and do more like we've been doing, So if he stays through your emotional ups and downs, yeah, I'm not easy to deal with sometimes, Thanks, babe.
Not easy to deal with all of the time.
He definitely does. He's a very strong person.
Now, it's not a matter of him being strong. It's a matter of him being motivated. Everybody's been saying for the longest, he's playing the long game. There has to be something substantial that Salah wants, that he's willing to put up with everything that is Chantal for as long as he's been putting up with it. There has to be something really important and substantial that despite all of the trouble that comes with Chantal, all the troubles that she's brought him, all the negative attention, he's willing to hang in there. He's not doing it for love. There has to be something really intense. Could it be that he thinks he's going to hang in there and eventually he'll make it to Canada with this one? Some kind of paperwork that he's looking for? Or complete financial control? Who knows? But it ain't love he's there for. He don't love her. So if it ain't love, what is it? Money? Paperwork? Getting to Canada? I think she knows that if she goes home to Canada with him, that's going to be it. And that's why she's fighting so hard to keep him away from Canada.
They have gin's old meat. It's called gin. Yeah, they do. Methodical in your thoughts. Yeah. Really, Born Villain? Oh, wow. Collagen. Blood club on too. You're welcome. Just PSA. Oh, the escitalopram. Okay. Do you like it? I find it's the one that really like most antidepressants, like, they don't battle the anxiety at the same time as well as this one does, I find. Go for a walk, yeah, Rebe. And that's another thing that's been getting me down is I'm kind of sick of the weather by now. Like, it's, the humidity is just gross. And I'm not comfortable really sweaty. I don't like that feeling. Wishmaster, what? What's Wishmaster, Dark Sergeant Brock? What kind of haircut you have in your picture? I'm not making fun of it, I'm just noticing. I don't like when you take too many meds and are monotone. Yeah, I like being monotone. I like.
Oh, by the way, stop. Shut up, Chantal. Shut up. Shut up for a minute. I want to show you guys something one more time. This may seem random, but it really isn't. So I showed this yesterday in a react, but I want to show it to you again. Especially you, Salah. You need to pay attention. Pay attention. You need to see this. You absolutely need to see this. This clip that I played of Chantal when she was over at Natter's house and somebody asked her the question, if Natter ever dumped you, what would you do? And she said, well, I think about that possibility all the time. And then she said, I've got a plan. I'm not as stupid as you guys think. Trust. Something about an Aries. Let's watch that clip one more time. And Salah, pay attention. Because what's going on here in this clip isn't just about Natter. Know that. This could also apply to you. And if you ever leave Chantal, this will apply to you. This is, just kind of a glimpse into who this woman is when she doesn't get her way. So, let's show that clip again. For context, for old time's sake, whatever you want to call it. This is Chantal. This is a glimpse of how she works, how she operates.
And set him up financially, and that one day he will give you the boot and give everything you deserve to someone else.
By the way, can we stop here? That part. Give everything to someone else that you deserve. Can we stop there for a minute? I'd like to say this to that. It doesn't matter if you give someone $1 million. It doesn't matter if you give them a YouTube channel and you film content for them and you do thumbnails. That is something you choose to do. If you choose to do something for somebody else, if you choose to do that, even if you choose to do all that, they are not obligated to be in a relationship with you and to love you. Love is not an obligation. Chantal has always operated with her affection and her love is transactional. She doesn't love to love. She doesn't love or give out of generosity. Everything she does is completely transactional. She gives to you, then she expects something coming back. And the more she does for you, the more she expects in return. So here are people in her chat at this time with kind of the mentality of, you did all this stuff for him, therefore you deserve for him to love you. He's obligated to you to love you. And I say that's not true. Love's not an obligation. It's a choice. And you can't force that choice on anyone, but let's watch the clip.
I think about that every day, actually. But now, if that happens, I have a plan. Trust.
Did you watch that, Salah? That is your future, sir. That's your future. If you ever decide you want to get away from Chantal, escape from Chantal, this is your future. This vindictive, manipulative, evil, cruel woman. This is your future. If you ever leave Chantal or want to leave her, she will use any means necessary to keep you around. And if you get away anyway, she'll go after you. She'll slander you online. She'll get on her YouTube channel. She'll make up stuff about you. She's just that kind. She is. This is the price you pay for co-signing your soul over to the devil called Chantal. This is your future. Maybe you're already afraid. Maybe she is holding something over your head. Maybe that's why you've stayed so long. Don't know. But understand, this is who she is, who she's always been. She's not about attracting people to her and them staying around her for the right reasons. It's always about, you better be here for me and you better do what I want you to do or I'm going to make you pay. I will lie. I will go to the cops. I will make up stories. No one's allowed to be happy around Chantal, especially away from her. If she's in misery, you're in misery. And you got to stay right there, no matter how bad it gets. So look at it, Chantal. Watch it a million times. This is what you got to look forward to when this whole thing goes bust. And that's courtesy of Miss Perfectly Imperfect. So thank you again, Perfectly Imperfect. Let's go back over to her live stream. I just wanted to refresh everybody's memory real quick. Because Salah's over there in her chat talking her up. He'll cry later. When things really go sour, he's going to cry later.
Do you check your Insta messages? No, actually, I'm very guilty for that. But I can, Meep. I can. You know what? I'm going to redo my Insta. Yes, I need a way to connect with you guys. You know? It's a pretty big hotel room. Yeah. Yeah. It's not an apartment. We don't have an apartment because we don't have a kitchenette. We have a fridge, but we don't have like, you know, it's just a big room. Cooling towels. I haven't seen any, but I have mini fans, which kind of helps. You know. Do I have snacks? Not right now. No. Please set and then let me know I can send you scripts. Oh, okay. Sure, I will, Meep. Salah doesn't really. You can put your Instagram if you want, babe, but he doesn't follow like strangers really. What do I care what he does? Were there pickles on your Alfredo? No. But I did find some pickles. But it's coming in a mukbang, so don't worry. I'm behind. I have like 4 videos to edit right now. Was the cheese worth the pain? Honestly, at this point, I just don't even notice. It's just like it's a routine at this point. We use TikTok. Yeah, that's true, babe. Yeah.
No, they don't.
Mostly TikTok. But even there, like I haven't checked the messages there in a little while. I just forget, kind of, you know. So pickle Alfredo sauce. No. I can't wait to cook. I want to make cacio de pepe. Have you ever heard of that? Cacio de pepe.
What the world is that?
It's routine to be in pain from food. Yeah, actually, because like I have no gallbladder and my digestive system is kind of like neurotic. So it's That's just like my norm, man. Like if I eat anything other than oatmeal, my body kind of feels weird. Like honestly, cook like King Cobra. Does Salah help you with your meds? No, not that way, Meep. But yeah, he thanks, babe. Yeah, that's our TikToks there. Cat food, Big Mac. He has a cat? Like a landslide. Yeah. Actually, born villain, it matters without a gallbladder. I've noticed. I don't know if you have one or not, but it stores bile. It actually, your gallbladder is the number one fat emulsifier. So it's responsible for breaking down fat in your body. So if you don't have that organ, your liver is extra double time, you know? That's probably why I have fatty liver because of, I don't have a gallbladder and I eat really high fat food, a lot of it. So the liver works overtime to break down fats.
So like she's right here telling everybody that she doesn't have a gallbladder, and because of her not having a gallbladder and eating very highly fatty foods, like whenever she eats and she eats the way that she does, it's painful. She's in pain every day, intense pain, and yet she doesn't want to stop. And she's got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and her liver is swelled up 3 to 4 times the size of what it should be. And yet she continues. So again, should she be on YouTube eating? You know, like just making food part of her content? Because eating unhealthy on camera is just going to lead to more unhealthy eating off camera. And if you stop and think about it for just a moment, for someone like Chantal who has an issue with food, if she can eat all she wants on camera, that means she's going to double up off camera, right? Since the issue is unchecked, she's going to eat a little bit on camera and then she's going to go to town off camera. So the issue continues. It's just going to get worse because she hasn't gone through treatment or inpatient.
So if you can't digest all the fat, guess what happens to it? It comes out faster than it goes in. So TMI, but that's just like your health lesson for you today. So when people say vestigial organs, I don't believe in that. Same thing with tonsils. You need your tonsils. They're like the number one. They're a huge, huge defense for your immune system. Yeah. So you don't have tonsils. They won't even they're very picky about taking them out anymore. At least where I'm from in Canada. Oh, you don't have an appendix? Or a brain? That's a good one, Jenna. You're funny. Buscopan? Oh, really, Mike? Okay, I'll check it out. It's like enzymes, digestive enzymes. Orange.
Anybody in Chantal's chat that you're recommending different things to her, look, I get it. You're trying to be helpful, but just understand how dangerous that is. Because not a single one of you in her chat, you're not doctors, you're not nurses. Even if you are, she's not your patient. You don't know her ongoing medical conditions. You can't see what's going on inside of her. You're not there to take blood tests. You might be recommending something to her that might be potentially dangerous. Only a doctor would know what's going on with her, what she needs, and in what dosage, and can properly prescribe. Just understand that.
Soda also, everything has chemicals, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes for some reason, diet soda, I don't know what it is. Whatever chemical makes it taste, like I say, it's TV static. It tastes like, whenever you go up to the TV when it's on, and like that little static touches your nose and it smells like weird.
Stop babbling.
That's what diet soda tastes like. Is life goal of donating a kidney? That's nice.
Hurry up, I'm tired.
Impressions. Can we do garlic bread? Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to discuss Foodie Beauty here. looks like she opened a door, and I gotta say, if I look back at her content 5 months ago, the way she opens the door today is quite problematic and quite boring, actually. Is that good enough for you? When you leave Thailand? Pretty soon. Inshallah. I would say inshallah just in case. My daughter meant it like black market style. Or I remember. It's funny. Do you watch Life Plus Cindy? No, what is that? Chickens are cute, I know. Perfect. Make your new channel impressions, not reactions. Yeah.
She already kind of did that, though. I mean, she tried her hand at being a comedian. She did those skits that she made up that were just cringeworthy. She tried that. It was kind of lame.
My reaction would just be, you're so dumb. This is so dumb. Over and over. His mom going to Victoria's Secret. That's never gonna, no one's ever gonna let him live that down. They're so spot on. Thanks, Reve. People always used to make me do impressions in high school, and no matter how dumb and boring they were and like bad, they always made me do impersonations of our teachers. Because we had some funny teachers. Oh my gosh. I had my goal. Reacting to my old videos. What do I think about that? Okay, I have mixed feelings. I think it's desperate. I think I understand some people maybe just miss the old Chantal. I think there's people who just are like expect me to just go back to that life, and that's just not going to happen, you know. Like even if I did go back to Canada, I would still be Muslim hijabi, and I wouldn't be wanting to just get burnt all the time. I mean, at least I'd hope that.
You know, Chantal, okay. Why do the reaction channels do the retro reacts? Is some of your older content much more react worthy than the content you're putting out now? Honestly, yes. It's much more entertaining, and people like to be entertained. You got to keep the interest of the people. But it's also a good refresher course for those who might have forgotten about how you once were and how you might be again if you go back to Canada. Now, you're over there saying that if you went back to Canada, that you would still stay as you are. Although, as a Muslim reverted woman, you make up your own rules. You know, you're cursing, you're committing gluttony, you're eating food that's not halal, you know, so for you, being a Muslim woman is not the faith in your heart. It's just you're cosplaying. You want to be accepted by a man, so you're cosplaying so that he will accept you on some level. But we know that if you ever go back to Canada, at some point you're going to take off the hijab, you're going to take off the abaya, and you're going to be your natural, feral, vulgar, offensive self. But I'll be real with you for just a moment. I think you're scared of going back to Canada. With or without Salah, you're scared. You're scared to go there with him because you know the moment he sets foot on Canadian soil, it's a done deal. You'll never see him again. But even if you go back to Canada by yourself, you'll lose complete control because he won't be there to act as a control, to watch over you, to keep control of the money so you don't spend it on party favors and outhouse visits and natter. You know you have no control. And if you get off that plane in Canada, it's on. You won't even make it out of the airport. You'll walk through that airport. You'll smell the Starbucks. You'll smell the BK. And you'll get it started right there in the airport. You'll grab up them Nashies. You'll grab up the Starbucks. And you'll get it started right then and there. And the next stop is going to be the dispensary, and maybe even to Natter's house. You'll make that phone call. Hey, Natter, I'm back in Canada. He'll say, come on over. We got the party favors. We got all this stuff. Come over and spend some time. You're afraid of losing control. You've been pent up for months. That feral beast inside of you is rattling the cage. And you're afraid of what you'll do if you step foot on Canadian soil, and no one's going to be there to stop you what you want to do, because you know you'll want to do everything all over again.
But yeah, it would be hard because like I'm an addict, right? So it's hard sometimes. Gallbladder has nothing to do with age.
I mean, shoot, you're in Thailand, girl. You could walk past all those green shops and not go in, but obviously you've been making some visits. So you're not staying away from the green that you got access to. You're not even staying away from the food that you shouldn't have. So already right there in Thailand, you're giving in to 2 of your problems. 2. The only reason why you're not doing the rest is because you don't have access to them. You have no control over anything.
I had a really bad gallbladder attack after eating a poutine. Freeform, that's so wrong. Hi, Tiffany. Can you do a skit with Salah? Yeah, he would love that, wouldn't you, babe? I keep looking. Oh, this thing is hurting me. Looks like I have crusty ketchup on my mouth. I don't like it. We will see, Sel. I was 25 when I had mine removed. Just remember the pain. Oh my gosh. Gallbladder attacks. Everyone's aware. I have to tell the story again. Gallbladder attacks. They're the worst pain ever. I remember them giving me Tylenol 3s. Do you guys remember those? Diet Pepsi. I had to scroll down so far. That's annoying. But I don't know. It's weird because like they thought it was from like when I had my like ovarian cysts that were like this huge.
Are we going to have like an entire live talking about her gallbladder? Don't make me fall asleep, Chantal. I'm already tired.
You know, maybe like pressing on an organ or my bowels or something. But every time they would give me a CAT scan when I'd be at the hospital, they couldn't see anything like twisted or anything, but they were so bad. I would feel like a twinge. And then right after I would start being sick. And then so
let's get past all this gallbladder talk. I really don't care. I don't care if she doesn't have a gallbladder. And I really don't care if she's experiencing pain because she's over there eating food that she knows she shouldn't have. She's eating food that puts her in intense pain, and yet she won't stop. So if she doesn't care enough to fix her diet to where she's not in immense amounts of pain, like, why should I care? What can I do for Chantal? I'll have sympathy for somebody who's not well, and they were doing all they can to be well, to get healthy, or at least manage their pain. But I can't have sympathy for somebody who, out of sheer recklessness, puts themselves in pain. I just can't do it.
Very unique. What do you eat for dinner? I had some fettuccine and everything separates the oil. And it's not the same creamy consistently. Alfredo with cottage cheese. I don't know about that one. It's me, Salah, and Julia and Howie. Okay, the snail skincare, it's not great, but I'm very pleased to tell you that I found out that it's humane. They have like snail farms, you know, because they have to get the secretions like in a certain way. Gaming arcades, I want to do that. Love your personality. Don't give up. We love your videos. Thank you, Sel. I do, and I keep making them for you guys, you know. Everyday Miriam is a pranks a lot channel.
No, I'm interested. She's talking about the Everyday Miriam channel is going to be life vlogs. But what does she do? What is her life? As far as the traveling, she does that with Salah. That's what the couples channel is for. But as far as Everyday Miriam, what activities does she do alone that would be interesting? She's not going to cook a lot. She doesn't like to cook. She orders takeout all the time. She has said multiple times, I don't like to cook. She makes excuses. Oh, the stove gets the place too hot. So she doesn't like to cook. So what is she going to do in these vlogs? Clean the house? She doesn't like to clean either. Like, what all can you do sitting in a house all day? How many activities can you show?
You did like a basic, generic, like boring channel to, you know, just like a wholesome channel. I need that. And then our couples channel we'll be doing things together, you know. That's I was telling Salah that, like, as I was editing, like, you know, content creators, like we put a lot of like effort into vlogs. Sometimes we go out, we do the activity, we live the life.
Ma'am, not you. You're right. A lot of content creators, they put a lot of thought and time and effort and work and filming into their content, but that is not you. Not yet. You do the bare basic minimum. You film a bunch of content, and then your little stingy self, you make the smallest vlogs possible. You make them just long enough to be monetized, but not long enough to be interesting. You're greedy. You make these little short vlogs and you stretch out the content into several videos versus filming one video that's interesting, that goes longer than 10 or 13 minutes. And one quality video is worth more than 10 trash videos, but you're not really understanding that yet. You don't see the value of quality versus quantity. You're all about the quantity and stretching things out and trying to make the most money. You're nickel smart and dollar stupid. Tripping over your feet to grab at those pennies and forsaking the dollars in front of that. See what greed will do to you?
And then we come home and we edit for like a few hours, and then, you know, all that just for someone to like steal your content. So that's like one thing I don't like about,
you know, Chantal, listen, give it up. Give it all up. I'm over here like, if I roll my eyes any harder in the back of my head, someone's got to take his crowbar and get my eyes out of the sockets. Okay? It's an old argument. They steal my content. Well, if we stole it, then that means you don't have it anymore. Right? But you still have it. You still have it. We don't take it away from you. We just take what you have and make it better. We make it more entertaining. So if you have it, listen, it's about it's a consumer market, right? If you have two products that are similar, slightly different, and if the consumers say, I don't like this product, but I like this product because in certain ways it's better. Therefore, I'm going to buy it. Therefore, I'm going to come back for more of that. Pay attention. Pay close attention. Don't get mad. Don't be envious. Say, what can I do to improve my product so that people will like it more? If they're taking my product and improving it in certain ways, and people are responding to that, maybe I should pay attention. Maybe I should make changes versus just keeping the product the same.
social media is all of the like content thieves.
And another thing, while we're here, let's talk about YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube for a minute. Since you were yelling and screaming about the terms of service, let me put it to you in terms that I know you will understand. YouTube is a company, and every company, they want to make money. So how does YouTube make money? They make money through advertising. You make money when advertisers put ads on your videos. Now, every single ad that gets put on one of your videos or your live streams represents a certain company for a certain product. Companies, they come to be, and they are, because they have a product or a service. Each one of them has a brand. When you build up a brand, you want to acquire a certain reputation. And you don't want scandal. And you don't want negativity to affect your brand, to affect your company, to affect your profit. Certainly, if you are a company or a brand, you don't want somebody coming back and yelling and screaming all over the social media how your brand is associated with somebody who's doing harmful behavior. Because if you spent years building up that brand and your reputation, you don't want to deal with any backlash. Hence the reason why YouTube came up with the TOS that it did. They're not just protecting themselves. They're protecting all the companies that put ads on the videos. They're saying to those companies, look, whoever you are, advertising whatever it is you do, the people that are making content here, it's not harmful content. They're not hurting themselves. They're not hurting anybody else. It won't fall back on your brands or your services. And you can make money. So feel safe to advertise here. That's what it's all about. It's about money. Unfortunately for you, your reputation and your brand sucks. So because your reputation and your brand sucks, they got to shut you down. Because at the end of the day, you're not making the big money for YouTube. You're not. The money they make from you is nothing compared to what they get from the companies and the services that put their ads on the videos. They're protecting their bottom line. So fall in line or not.
My hubby had a funny laugh, but he stopped after I poked fun one time. No way. He changed his laugh for you. That's funny. Making my husband's favorite shisha. Yeah, exactly. Making shisha, just I like watching boring vlogs of people doing everyday life things because it honestly puts me in the mood to do it. So, just doing that's why it's called everyday. I don't mean I'm going to have a video every day. It just means like everyday life, like just live life with me kind of thing. Within reason. I'm not going to be too personal, but I don't know. Personal about things I'm comfortable with. Home vlogs will be nice. Yeah, home vlogs, exactly. My live stream era. I know you guys do, but my life has changed, so it's not the same. And family channels exploit children. Yeah, they do. They do, yeah. I personally find them annoying, those channels, but or vlogs. The apartment tour was super fun. Yeah, for sure. The slum episode of Futurama. Solo's family recipes. And tiny.
Moving on.
Again, the sweetie snacker lover. What's wrong with sweetie snacker? So, can you please talk like TV? Oh gosh, I don't want to open up that can of worms. I forgot they existed. What did I used to say? I don't remember. BDB. Who's BDB? Oh, BDB. That's what I thought it was. I can say one time she had Cobb salad for lunch. It's good Cobb salad. No, I don't know. I can't do her. I'm not angry at her anymore, so it's hard to imitate her, you know. No offense to Dee Dee. Let's just not raise that soil, okay? Gens. The movie Cats. Carve pumpkins for cupcakes.
I'm getting to the point where I think she's got really nothing to talk about. We'll stay just for a few more minutes. And if I start, listen, I'm already feeling faded. Like my eyes are starting to close. That has to do with her content in the late hour, but there's just a little bit of gas left in the gas tank. So we're sticking here for just a few more minutes.
Full channel. Yeah, that's a good idea. We're like, we're in Thailand, and everyone's like, we don't care. We just want to see you messed up.
No, it's not that, Chantal. See, that's where you're getting it all messed up. You think that everybody yelling and screaming, go back to Canada. Your default is you think they just want to see me messed up. No. You going back to Canada and getting messed up, that is your choice. Well, everybody wants to see is you going back to Canada and being your real, authentic self. And stop cosplaying and pretending to be something you're not. Like, be your real, authentic self. Because this ain't it. This hasn't been it for a year. You've tried so hard to be something you're not, trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. And no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you push and pressure, you just don't fit. You don't fit into this lifestyle trying to be modest. It just ain't working. Trying to fit with a man that doesn't love you. And no matter what you do, he will never be in love with you. You're gathering things and people to you where you don't belong. It's not your place. Modesty is not what you are. Polite is not what you are. Mannerly is not what you are. This is not you. We want to see you go back to Canada and just be yourself. But maybe you're afraid of that because you don't know who you are unless there's a man by your side to give you an identity. Maybe you're afraid of being left alone to your own devices because you lack control just that much. You're afraid of running wild. You're afraid of where that will lead you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dark roses. That's right. Angela, real soon, inshallah. You are a bigger girl, however, you have a pretty face. Thanks, Christy. Oh, okay, Desert Rose. Sorry. Hi, Sue Brooke. Longest vacation ever. Yeah. Too long, I think. Next time, no. Sawadee Cap. Yeah, that's right. Sawadee Cap. Yes, I always forget. I used to think it was Sawadee Crap. I didn't tell you guys this. In Australia? Yeah.
No, booger.
Man, you could have some creatures there.
I'm here.
Am I Christian? No, I'm Muslim. I was at one point. Flights are constantly getting canceled. Oh boy. Hope they are supporting the resistance. We don't like to talk about politics, you know. But I'll say for sure, like, I definitely support the liberation of Palestine, but in general, I hate war, and I hate that, a lot of innocent people get not being able to come to agreements, or I don't know, just it's as old as time. Freya, hi. I haven't found like a jar of pickles, but I did order something that had pickles as a side. So that'll be in my next mukbang. Like I said, I'm so behind on editing. When I'm in like a certain mood, I just want to just a whole freaking vlog that you just put work into. No matter how crappy you think it is, you're still watching it. So um know me, but I want to. Red rum. The next video will be the part 2 of the mall. And then we made it 2 videos because like the boat ride was like its own thing, special thing. And we have a lot more coming up. Pickles and Nutella. What? Really? And the kimchi. Yeah, I want Salat to try kimchi. Yeah, I don't personally, Naomi, I don't think that it's right for, like I said, somebody to just take your whole freaking vlog that you just put work into. No matter how crappy you think it is, you're still watching it, so you can't think it's that bad. I don't know, but and just use it as their own. Like, even if you think you're transforming it, having a whole channel with just one person's content on it, I really hope they're cracking down on that, and like just another one bites the dust. Get out of here,
You know what, Chantal? I'm going to be childish for a minute and just say this to you for all your complaining about the reaction channels and how we transform your content and how we make it funny even when it's not funny and how we make it interesting when it's not interesting. Here's my reply to you and all your complaining. That's how I feel whenever you start complaining. I know that's childish and stupid, but that's just how I feel. Look, all this griping and complaining about the reaction channels, you're not going to stop us, and you're not going to stop our style of reacting to you. So just cut it out. Nothing you can do. We are within the terms of service. But the big question remains, are you within the terms of service now? Are you? Getting on camera and eating when you know you shouldn't? Instead of focusing on how we talk about you, worry about what's going on your side of the fence, because you know you're in serious trouble. You know you're walking on quicksand. Every step you take, you sink in deeper. And yet, out of defiance, you just won't stop doing the things that you're doing. You won't take a different direction. You won't just take things as a sign that it's time to stop and evaluate. You are determined to keep going on the same path that you're on, even though it's destroying you and it's hurting you. You're sitting here in this live telling everybody, because you don't have a gallbladder and you eat high fatty foods, that it's painful to eat like that. And yet you continue. And yet you continue. You're not stopping. You're still eating way too many calories, high carbs. You're putting on weight like nobody's business. You're in constant pain, and yet you just won't stop. And you gripe about us not doing you any good.
That's my hope. That's my hope. Stole content and can't take accountability. Yeah, for sure. They're cracking down on it. And for people to have a certain feeling about me feeling that way, about people stealing my content and my
Nobody's stealing
views, and like, excuse me, why shouldn't I be upset about that? You use
again. Who's taking her views? Anybody who wants to watch Chantal, they're free to go to her channel and watch her stuff. Nobody's stopping anybody. There's not a toll gate that if you're someone you want to watch her content, that there's a big bar in front of you and you got to pay a toll or you can't watch it. There's nobody stopping anybody from watching anything. This is YouTube. People can go where they want. People have a choice. They can watch you on your channel, or they can go to a reaction channel or a clip channel. They can go anywhere they like. So if people are not going to watch you, Chantal, it's because they don't want to. And consider the thought that even if there were no reaction channels, people still may not watch you. And you're not helping yourself by keeping your content boring. That's the problem. It's boring. It's so boring that people go to reaction channels just for that reason, because they're keeping up with the story, but they can't sit there and fall asleep watching you. Watching the reaction channels, it's a little bit more tolerable. Takes the edge off. But keep telling that narrative to yourself that we're keeping people from you when we're not. Because we don't tell people where to go. We don't tell them what to watch. They decide on their own. Your views are flagging. Your views are down. Your money's down. Not because of us. Once upon a time, you were cool with the reaction channels. You understood that anybody that talks about you, even in a way you don't like, it just gets your name out there. You stopped being cool when your money started going down, but it had nothing to do with us. Had everything to do with the content you were making and the things you were doing in your lives and your videos. Not our fault at all.
Use my content to make fun of me and you get paid for that. Like you make your whole channel about me, you know?
Ma'am, listen to me. If you can get on YouTube and be a glutton and exploit what's wrong with you, and you expect YouTube to be okay with that and pay you, then certainly it should be okay for someone to react to your content and give their commentary. Because I would think the commentary is a lot less harmful than somebody getting on camera and exploiting their issues for profit.
So that's, I mean, I don't understand that. And then like to go so far as like tweeting at like YouTube and this person shouldn't have a channel. Okay, so if I don't.
Ooh, she just self-confessed again. See, that's what I love about our girl. Absolutely love it. She's telling on herself again. Telling on herself. She just confessed. She's all over Twitter, watching Twitter, looking to see what people are tweeting about her on Twitter. And I'm sure she's seen all kinds of tweets. People reporting her videos, contacting YouTube. She's seen that. Another reason why she's worried. Another reason why she made that backup channel. See? Little nosy Miriam's been all over the place.
I don't have a channel. I just want to give you a news flash. If I don't have a channel, neither do you. Okay? If your whole channel is about me, if my channel goes bye-bye and I don't get paid on YouTube anymore, because if I don't get paid on YouTube, I'm out, then
I love how she's telling on herself. Look, Chantal said long ago, if she ain't making money with her videos, then she's not going to do videos. So it's strictly money-based. But I thought she liked to come on YouTube and talk to you guys over there, you beeZZZZZZZ. She loved the community. But what she's basically saying without saying is screw the community, screw all you beeZZZZZZZ and talking to you. If I ain't making money, I'm out. She's saying without saying, you guys don't matter to me. The money is the only thing that matters to me. And if I ain't making it, screw all of you. How do you feel about that?
and I mean, I can't waste my time. Then you are also go bye-bye.
No. We'll just switch gears. We'll find someone else to react to. We'll find other things to do. I've already got things planned. I ain't worried. So if you decide you don't want to do content anymore, or if YouTube demonetizes you, I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay. Truly.
That's how it works. But if you go bye-bye, my channel benefits because yes, some people won't watch me anyways, but a lot of people won't have a choice if they're curious. So,
oh, there we go. Man, she's just speaking right now. So she thinks that if all the reaction channels disappear, that people, she's going to force people to watch her. Like she thinks if all reaction channels are gone, people, she's suddenly getting an influx of views and viewers. Oh, they want to keep up with me. And if I'm the only game in town, they'll come and watch me. No, they won't. No, they won't. You're not that interesting. Your story has gotten rather stale. There's not much to keep up with. Somebody could stop watching you right now, come back in about 3 or 4 months, and nothing has changed. So they wouldn't be missing much.
I could argue the opposite. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just, it's just ridiculous to me, but whatever. It is, yeah, it's a hate-filled community. But we'll see. As for me being demonetized for people, I've seen a lot of people seem, I don't know if they read the new terms of service or not about eating disorders. It's more in regards to people restricting calories and promoting eating disorders on YouTube. It's not about doing away with people eating anything on camera, you know?
Right. People who don't have issues with food, they're free to do mukbangs, but you have an issue and it's documented repeatedly. You can't escape that. You've talked about your issue on your channel repeatedly. There are videos out there, Chantal, with the B word in the title. And guess what, Big Mama? Even if you delete something off your channel thinking, I've just swept it under a rug, YouTube won't find it. They can go back to their system and find it. And there's also something called the Wayback Machine. Look it up. You can find anything on the Wayback Machine. Anything. So all your attempts to hide things is not going to work. Too many people have too many things saved. You have an issue with food. That's the difference.
It's not how it is. That's not what the new terms of service is about. Provides no useful content. Why do people hate me? I honestly, I think it's because people expect, there's some people who don't like me like for being fat. There are some, okay? There's some who I don't even know for no reason. Like maybe for things I did in the past, or they want me to be accountable for things that like, but they believe these rumors, the things that I do. And
what rumors? What rumors? Listen, as reactors, what do? We put on our video like what I'm doing right now. There she is. You can see her. You can hear her. We put on our videos. We put on our live streams and we react to the things she does and the things she says. So how is it a rumor? If she's doing something, saying something, and we're just giving our thoughts. A rumor is something you hear and there's no proof, right? It's just talk. It's hearsay. This isn't hearsay. This is her giving her side and then us giving our side. Where's the rumor?
And none of it's even true. So I don't even know. It's not even important. I mean, there doesn't even have to be a reason. Haters will always exist, right? You're always going to have haters if you're well known or whatever.
You're not well known.
Vlog, eat with me on a binge, but you would never do that now. Yeah, if they want to demonetize those videos. But I was more doing it not for glorifying it, but just more as to not feel so lonely. because like binging is very lonely.
Ma'am, shut it. Shut it. You glorified it. You put the B word in the title. You put it in the tags on your videos. You even made a mockery of it. You did several fast food funerals, which is ludicrous, but you did. Many times, many ways, many different angles, glorifying it when it shouldn't be glorified. And it shouldn't be used for profit. Issues, addictions, obsessions, they ruin lives, they wreck lives, they take priceless things from you. Family members, friendships, relationships, jobs. They rob you blind at the same time that your eyes are wide open. Because when you're in the throes of addiction or obsession, your addiction and your obsession, it's in your face. It's in your eyesight. That's all you can see. You can't see anything around you that you're losing and that's being damaged. You're married, all right, to your addiction, not to Salah. Salah, he's just a side project. He's just a component to keep the machine going, to aid when necessary. But truly, your obsession, that's what you're truly, truly married to. And it's a toxic marriage. You've had that ring on your finger for years. And you are determined not to let it go.
And he's in good health after she punched him on his face. Why are you making me laugh, babe? Why? Ugh, she'll never live that down either. People are just going to keep adding assaults, like with the chair, and then they're going to say she took him on a scooter ride and shoved him off and put him in the sewer. Like, it's just going to keep evolving, those rumors. People are upset with their own life and use it as an outlet to hate. Yeah, I mean, that's like a really common one, Meep. That's like, I mean, textbook, right? So learning who people are in this world. Yeah, for sure, Desert Rose. Are people not allowed to grow? That's the thing. Like, I'm so, you know, I was surprised by this, how many supporters I lost just by changing, you know?
If Chantal has lost supporters or VIBs, it had nothing to do with positive change. Nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the way she talked to people and the way she treated people. Because for quite a while, she was quite abusive. She was on her high horse with Natter, and there were many, 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 many live streams back to back where she would get on live stream and she would just be on a rage binge, just angry. We called it the Nattertude. She would go out and party with him, and then when she'd be coming down from her partying, she was nasty. She was mean. She would curse people out. She would bully them. She would intimidate them. Who wants to be blocked? Go ahead, get on my nerves. I'll block you. She would go on a block binge, blocking 20, 30, 40, 50 people at a time, cursing out her VIBs in her lives, on her community posts, yelling at her own mods, putting down people for giving her small super chats. Yeah, she did all that. Abusive behavior. That's why she lost people. Not because of her change of life. Had to do with her treatment of people. But of course, she's not going to tell anybody else that. Anybody else over there that might be new. Not going to let them know what a rotten, evil beast she was. Arrogant because of all the money she had. She's being nice to everybody now, but that's because she needs money. What's the old saying? A friend in need is a friend indeed. And she's in need of many friends on YouTube.
But that's fine, you know, like if you don't want to support me when I'm trying to better myself, then you don't have to be here. That's fine. Anastasia.
You know, I'm just going to say something that's going to sound heartless. Look, Chantal, people don't get on YouTube to be there for somebody and to help them better themselves. They get on YouTube to be entertained. Honestly, whether you better yourself or not is up to you. It's within your control. No one's there to be your therapist or your doctor or your nurse, your treatment center, your psychiatrist. They're there to be entertained and to talk to you. And if you cared about your audience, you'd let them do precisely that. You wouldn't give them too many hats, too many responsibilities. You wouldn't lean that heavily upon them. It's too much. Take care of yourself and entertain your audience.
Little sister. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to just like show, okay, this is what I would eat on like a binge or something. That was a long time ago. That was like a few years ago. Now, mostly just eating dinner. Like I when I get home, I want to cook a lot of food.
No, you don't.
And that
Most
kind of
you
thing.
don't.
You know, because I don't think I don't think it's important when you know, trying to recover from eating disorder to just be ashamed.
And she's in this live stream saying she has that problem. And she's saying, YouTube can't demonetize me. I don't have a problem. And at the same time, she's confessing to have a problem. And in the same live stream, she told everybody how bad it was. I have no gallbladder and I eat lots of food and it leads to me being in increased pain. She's giving YouTube all the reasons in the world just in this one video why they should demonetize her, why they should stop her from eating. She's got a problem. It's untreated. She's not sought out treatment of any kind. She has no impulse control at all, no self-control, no coping mechanisms, no coping skills. She eats until she puts herself in intense pain with the food she consumes. And YouTube shouldn't do something about it. And she expects for companies to put ads on her videos, companies that they have their services, they have their goods, they have their brands, things that they've worked for. They built up their brand to have a certain reputation. They want to be a good reputation. They don't want their brands, their goods, their services, their companies associated with harmful content and people who do it. But YouTube's not supposed to shut all that down for their own sake or for the sake of the companies who come on YouTube and say, I want to advertise with you. This video alone is all that YouTube would ever need to make the decision of this doesn't need to continue.
Of eating on camera, like that shame is not good for eating disorders, and also just like trying to eliminate foods and just trying to like eat in private, like, you know, just why, you know, I should be learning a healthier relationship with all kinds of food.
So you want to get a healthy relationship with food, you eat off camera. You're more mindful of what you eat. By not turning food into a show, you can focus on yourself. You can focus on what's wrong. You can focus on fixing it. You will never be able to do that turning it into a show. You can't, Chantal. You just can't. Because once you put it on YouTube, it's not about you. It's about you doing something in front of people to get attention and to make money, but it's not about what's wrong with you. And you're not looking at the problem and saying, I need to fix this. You never wanted to look at it. You never wanted to fix it. and it's time. So stop fighting against the wave. Ride it. Ride it. Don't fight against it.
You know, that's what I was taught when I was in therapy.
You never
I
went to
just
therapy.
discovered your channel about a week ago. I noticed all of these people obsessed with you making channels just about you. Do you know them? I don't know them. I don't know them personally, can't Tammy, but they've been doing it for a while. You know that I guess you know more about them, but that's the thing with reaction channels. Like unless you dig into their past, they don't really talk personally about themselves a lot.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because we're reactors, not lolcows. Lolcows overshare. They way overshare. They share too much. They dump on everybody. That's a lolcow. That's what you are. You overshare. A reactor is just a reactor. We keep things on topic. We talk about the topic. We don't overshare about ourselves. You're the lolcow because you overshare. That's one of the main differences between being a reactor and a lolcow. Lolcows overshare. You crossed that line ages ago.
A lot of them, so they just judge other people for how they're living their life. You know, that's why the bullying is what it is actually against terms of service. Board Villain, a lot of them are actual hate channels for sure, and they do break terms of service. And honestly, it's just, I think honestly, it's just a matter of time, you know, until they go way too far or they already have and it gets noticed. That's all.
Oh, you're just mad because we don't go too far, and you know it. If we had gone too far, you would have canceled every single one of us. You would have had a right to, but since we're still here, that means there's nothing wrong with our content, but there's plenty wrong with yours. You mad about that, Chantal? You mad that we pay attention to the rules and we don't break the rules? That our stuff is transformative as it should be? You mad because you can't get rid of us? Well, as you like to say, stay mad.
You know? So they use bad words. No feel. Anyway, I love myself, so it doesn't matter. I mean, that's another thing that's controversial every time I say that. You don't love yourself if you treat yourself like crap.
You
No, I
don't-
do love myself. It's
You
just
don't.
that you're allowed to love yourself and still.
You don't love yourself and you don't respect yourself. If you loved yourself, Chantal, you wouldn't hurt yourself. Surely a person who loves themselves and respects themselves would never want to do harm to themselves, would they? Because that just wouldn't make sense. I love myself and I respect myself, but I'm also going to hurt myself over and over again unnecessarily. But that's what you do. You hurt yourself. You said so in the beginning of this live stream. You hurt yourself. You'll sit there and you'll eat copious amounts of food that you know you shouldn't eat. It's painful for you because you don't have a gallbladder, and yet you continue to do it. Who loves themselves would do that? Nobody.
Have issues, you know. So yeah. For eating disorders, trying to make someone lose weight is against terms of service. Yeah, I mean, in my mukbangs, I'm just not even going to talk about weight or anything. Like, just eat dinner. That's it. You know, it's not like I'm sitting here with like 5 Alfredos, big, huge garlic bread, and like, let's stuff my face kind of thing. No, it's just eat.
Yeah, but that's what she wants to do. I hate to sound mean like that, but honestly, that's what she wants to do. She wants to get on camera with a big, huge thing of Alfredo and cheesy poops and all that. She wants to do that. That's what she used to do. And she wants to do that not just because of what's wrong with her, because it would get a massive amount of attention. And because she could do a live stream with a large spread of food and that the feedy people would see that and go, oh, look at her. She's eating a lot of food. I'll watch her. I'll subscribe. Now she can't do that anymore. Now all she can do is eat a small portion on camera and eat the rest off camera. So the feedy people don't get their complete fix, and neither does she. She's kind of sour about that she can't make herself happy on camera, and she can't make them happy either.
Mukbang, eat dinner, whatever, you know. Say it loud, say it proud. I love myself. I love myself today. It's okay to be on occasion and still love yourself. Yeah, you know. Especially with binge eating disorder. Let's say, why shouldn't you love yourself for that? It's not like a moral deep. It's having an eating disorder is a psychological issue. It's a mental illness. It's not.
Then go treat it. If you know all these things, then you know it's a problem. Fix the problem. Do more than just talk about it.
A character flaw. Like people treat it like it's not like that. You know, the people can't differentiate the difference between just overeating and being slightly overweight and to actually just having a binge eating disorder. You know, you can make money eating. Who cares? Tons of mukbangs on YouTube. Yeah, I think compared to like other people, I eat a pretty decent portion. You know. I heard about that, Freya. Yeah. But I'm not sure if it's from her being a fruitarian or if it's from something else. It's only to prevent teens from starving themselves. Exactly.
Not true. Not true. There are all kinds of food problems. Different subfolders to the main folder. There's not one size fits all. It can go in many different directions and take many different forms. It could be eating too much or eating too little. It could take, again, many forms, many shapes. Chantal just has a certain shape right now. I'm not talking about the size of her body. I'm talking about what's wrong with her. But it can go the other way too. Not eating enough, getting unhealthy. It's so many different things. So, but it's not good. It's not good for anybody to watch her with what's wrong with her. Eat food.
It's called obese. Yeah, obesity is the, you know, a byproduct of binge eating disorder for sure. The catalyst for a lot of changes. Maybe. Yeah. Binge eating most of the time is due to trauma. Yeah, there's like deep rooted, you know, issues, but reformed. What the heck? Oh my god. I'm going to hell for laughing at these jokes.
She sat there and she laughed about that. She just sat there and said that BED, there might be some trauma associated with that. There might be something going on in the mind. And it's true. Like a lot of people who don't know about that from the outside, for those who are unaware, you might look at somebody eating a lot of food and think it's just about the food. Like the food is it's the main evil character in the story, right? It's the main problem. It's not. It could be disorders, addictions. They might be the symptom of something. Like there's something deeper inside the person that needs to be looked at and addressed. So it could be like just bad habits. It could be just upbringing and being taught to eating correctly, but there could also be something that happened in that life. That's why you got to go to therapy and like figure it out, pull it apart, look at it, get to the root of the matter. It takes a lot of work. She's not willing to do that. She doesn't want to do that. Because then she'd have to face herself. She would have to look inside herself and figure out what was wrong. She doesn't want to go that deep.
She was a fruitarian. But I see other fruitarians who are super, like, well, they look thin, but look at Freely. She looks kind of healthy, right? I mean, and like a squirrel here and there, like that's starvation. Like, how you can't binge on squirrels and berries? What the heck? Salah must be kind to be supportive, even if he doesn't understand mental illness totally. Yeah, for sure. It's something very new to him.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Haunted Blue Pot. So Haunted Blue Pot says Salah must be kind to be supportive, even if he doesn't understand mental illness totally. You know, thank you for saying that, because I think that Salah, he's in the dark about how severe the situation is. And I think that Chantal purposely keeps him in the dark. Like, she'll, oh, I just like food, you know. I just like to eat food, and it's how I make money on YouTube. So he rolls with that, not knowing the problem is much, much more severe than he could ever imagine. Because her issue with food, it's way over his head and it's way over her head. This is something that neither one of them could fix together or alone. That's why she needs professional help. But I think she purposely keeps him in the dark to where he just, you know, he knows only what she lets him know, so that he'll be forever there doing what she wants him to do. And as long as he's getting paid and compensated, he'll just keep going with it.
Very new. You know, I don't know if people are just not mentally ill in like other parts of the world. I don't know. I don't notice. He's very private. It's not as open to talk about mental health there. Exactly that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Imagine all the people who learned the hard way which berries. I was thinking that desert rose. Oh my gosh! Imagine the little berries, branches that cut you. No way. My brother-in-law told me I played high anxiety. No way.
Okay, you know what? We've got just a few minutes left of this. I think I'll cut the react off here now. I'm really starting to fade out. I'm so tired. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this react tonight. I'm going to go ahead and post it and then get my happy self in bed where it should be. So thank you guys for hanging with me tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and please have a good night. Bye-bye.